It's free sitting. You can sit anywhere you want, anywhere in the courtyard.
Hello, hello, hello.
Happiness is a journey, not a destination. It always looks small while we hold it in hands. But let it go and you learn at once how big and precious it is. Namaste and a very good morning to everyone present here. Today is 22nd of April, Saturday, અને ગુજરાતી calendar પ્રમાણે આજે ચૈત્ર વદ 11 છે. Please rise for the morning prayers.
All right, let's try that again. Please stand up. All right, all those boys under the building, please come in front. Come in front here. If you're under the building, you come in front here. I know who was, right? So I'm watching you. Hello? In the yellow shirt at the back, you were under the building, right? Why do you need a special invitation? Hello? Can you ask him? Come in front. Hello? Come in front. Take your shoes off. Take them off. Right, come here and stand behind Mataji. Come and stand. She's not going to bite you. Just come and stand behind her. You're fine? You won't try to do that again? She's watching. Nobody else may be watching, but she's watching. All together. Let me hear you.
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहे। ओम शांति शांति शांति। घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी हो। हृदय बसे का प्यारो वल्लभ प्रभु। हृदय बसे का प्यारो वल्लभ प्रभु। छेटो रखे घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। मनमा गोकुड़ियों ने मनमा वन रावण। मनमा गोकुड़ियों ने मनमा वृंदावन हो। मनमा यमुना जीनो आरो वल्लभ प्रभु। मनमा यमुना जीनो आरो वल्लभ प्रभु। छेटो नथी घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। लिप्यू को प्यूरे माला अंतरनु आंगणु। लिप्यू को प्यूरे माला अंतरनु आंगणु है। आंगणीय तुलसी नो क्यारो वल्लभ प्रभु। आंगणीय तुलसी नो क्यारो वल्लभ प्रभु। छेटो नथी रे घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी। घटमा गिरधारी मनमा मुरारी।
All together. Okay. Feet balanced, back straight, head up. You are in communication with the most powerful being in the universe. Right? So be respectful. Start from your toes as you are breathing out. Let your thoughts travel right up to your head. There's nothing more powerful than this chanting. Take a deep breath in.
Om
Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Last time, deep breath in.
Sanjita Sidpura will recite a poem titled School Days, which echoes sentiments which all will agree with. Sanjita Sidpura.
School is a daily routine for us. In the morning, we're sure to make a fuss. Even when the sun is still not up, here we are, awake at 6 a.m. sharp. We feel that school is such a bore. We feel that school is such a chore. Parents say, "School's great, now go." We say, "Well, what do you know?" Late a minute and we have to run. Eyes half open, shoelaces undone. We reach school and we see our friends. Immediately, the torture ends. We have a chat and go with the flow. Then the bell rings and it is time to go. Sometimes we may find school to be stressful. To have some fun, we have to bend some rules. Talk back at teachers and detention we serve. No doubt, it is sometimes what we deserve. Sometimes they're as cold as ice. Other times, they're actually really nice. They teach us and give us a helping hand. They're forever ready to listen and be a friend. They have built so much confidence in us, just not when they're being really harsh. Over the years of education, never have we had so much learning with action, such as camps, experiments, activities. We've learned so much and even saved the trees. A wise teacher once said aloud, "Success is failure turned inside out." So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. Rest if you must, but don't you quit. Some may see school as a torture chamber. Some cannot wait for the holidays in December. But it depends on how we look at school. Because honestly, positively, school may actually be cool.
Thank you, Sanjita. And now, students of 12F have a special performance, a song everybody knows and loves. So join them as we bring before the last assembly of the year.
It's free sitting. You can sit anywhere you want, anywhere in the courtyard.
Hello.
Happiness is a journey, not a destination. It always looks small while we hold it in hands. But let it go and you learn at once how big and precious it is. Namaste and a very good morning to everyone present here. Today is 22nd of April, Saturday, અને ગુજરાતી calendar પ્રમાણે આજે ચૈત્ર વદ 11 છે. Please rise for the morning prayers.
All right, let's try that again. Please stand up. All right, all those boys under the building, please come in front. Come in front here.
Please give a huge round of applause for the reciters, the music team and the performance this morning. Thank you all for being with us and have a great day ahead.
May we have the singers and reciter on stage, please? Did you notice something when your peers, your friends, your classmates, those you have grown up from kindergarten with, they were performing up there, and after the first stanza, in the middle, they started clapping, right? And doing this and clapping. What were they thinking when they were doing that? That perhaps their friends, their peers, their classmates, their fellow SNKians, those same people who have grown up right from kindergarten with them would support them as they are singing by clapping along. And I saw a few of you do that, but most of you just sat there. Even when the reciter finished, there were 2 people who clapped. What are you people? Give them an overhead clap now. Thank you, guys. It's not where you sit in the prayer, it's how you sit in the prayer. You can come and sit very orderly in rows over here, but you can be 5,000 miles away. And you can be sitting in a corner on the table somewhere and be very, very attentive. And it's the same thing. Day before yesterday, I believe, I wasn't there for the morning assembly, and you know you are supposed to leave in a particular way from the morning assembly. How well did you manage that in my absence? So do we have to have a video camera follow you everywhere? Right, here's a simple test. How do I know who my friends really are and those I would be happy to have as my friend, right? And I'm going to just think in terms of girls having friends from girls and boys having friends from boys. Okay. What would be a test? That you are looking at your friend, your classmate, and thinking, what's a test I can use here that would tell me whether this person can be my friend or not? One of the tests is to see how he leaves from the morning assembly when Kiran sir is not there. Okay. But here's another test. Just look at that person and think. If you're a boy and you're looking at another boy, would I want this boy to marry my sister? What sort of qualities would I want in him? Is he capable of looking after my sister? And you will be able to very quickly decide whether that person is somebody you can trust and respect or not. And same thing goes for the girls. You're looking at your friends and thinking, if this person were married to my brother, how happy would I be? And you get some answers very, very rapidly. It's the last day of school. And for somebody to decide that it's the last day, but the race is not over till it is over, and till the last minute of today, this last school day, I am going to remain in learning mode. And our reciter this morning and the singers decided that they are going to be different. They decided that it's the last day, it's even more special. And we want to express ourselves, we want to take the opportunity to do something that we will remember for a lifetime. They will have that memory. Your memory could be being inattentive in the morning prayers on the last day. Some of you came and sat here, and then as soon as I said it's free sitting, you shifted back over there. And these are all very interesting, small things that happen when people are given freedom. Some of you decided to sit on the table, and then for some reason you decided that, no, we need to be seated in lines, otherwise it's not respectful. It's not respectful when you are inattentive. It does not matter where you sit. These are simple life lessons. Now, a large number of you didn't turn up last night when we had our house competitions. and your friends, your classmates, the people you come to school every day with, the ones that you've grown up from kindergarten with, they were here performing on the stage in a house competition. And what did you do last night that kept you away from here? I'm assuming it was something very, very important. How important was it? You missed an opportunity to come and support your house, but more importantly, you missed an opportunity to come and support your friends, your classmates, the ones that you sit in class with every day, the ones that you grew up in kindergarten with. 10, 12, 14 years of being together, and you don't have the strength to clap for somebody who's standing up there and performing for you? There's a saying in English, you are who you are when nobody's looking. Now just think about that statement. You are who you are when nobody is looking. So, day before yesterday, there were teachers present. But you decided to be respectful nevertheless. She was very much present. Mataji. I'm not referring to a person. Okay, they're finding somebody. And she's ever present. So it's not as if nobody is looking. Okay. Your mirror is ever present. Every single moment, your mirror is present with you. How confidently can you go to your mirror at the end of the day and look that person in the eye and say, I am proud of you. I am proud of everything that you did today. And if you can't do that on a daily basis, you have a problem. And it's your problem. But all too often, when we have a problem, we make it somebody else's problem. So they suffer with us too. And there's a large number of you, unfortunately, who think school is a social place. And that's all you come here to do. You're not thinking, this is my opportunity. Only 0.01% of Indian children get to be in a school like this. Let me take advantage of every single minute that I'm here. But you take it for granted. That life is always going to be like this. I'm going to get the best. I deserve the best. Even though your mirror is telling you something else. So let's see what you do the rest of the day. We will find out if SNK colored blood, black and purple, runs in your veins or some other blood. Because if you have black and purple in your veins, then you're going to be attentive till the last period ends. And yes, vacations are a time to rest and recuperate, but more than anything else, vacations are a time to reflect. Look in the mirror and seriously ask yourself the toughest questions. Am I proud of the person I see in the mirror? Are my parents proud of the person that I see in the mirror? Are my teachers proud of the person I see in the mirror? And you will get your answers. Some of you might have a hard time even looking into the mirror, because the only time you look into the mirror is to really spruce yourself up. Comb your hair, shave maybe, put on makeup. But do you ever sit down in front of the mirror and look at the person? And strip away the mask. You know, like you're wearing a mask right now. Heavy stuff for the last day. But this is not the last day. It's the last day of a calendar academic year, but it's not the last day of school by any means. And by school, I mean learning. School, college equates to a learning period. And by the time you finish college, you begin to understand that learning never stops if you want to keep on growing. When you come back, school is going to feel a very different place, because we are going to turn on the heat. And some of you will seriously need to consider whether you belong in this institution or not if you bring your current behavior pattern next year. And we'll be watching you today, throughout the day. At the end of the day, we are going to compile a list of people who are in a red zone. And you will be called 1 week earlier to school. And I will meet you at that time and hold a mirror in front of you. Do you really want to come here next year? Because the current you is not acceptable unless you are already giving 110%. And some of you are. Thank you. When you yawn, you put your hand in top of your mouth. Okay. So we had a great function last night. Too bad most of you missed it, but you have another opportunity tonight to express yourself in a different way. And it's really about supporting your classmates. This is not a show like we normally put on and where parents and many other people from across the town come and see us at our best. We are at our best, but in a very different way. We're not trying to put on a show to impress anybody. It was a learning experience for our students, and they've done a wonderful job within the time that they had. And this year, we have gone the extra mile and included live singing as part of the competition, as part of the event. Now, this is very, very difficult to do, because now you have to coordinate between the singers and the dancers. They have to talk to each other. How are you going to sing? Because it will affect us on the dance floor. If you see on TV, when stage shows are happening, very rarely will you see a live performance where singing and dancing are happening at the same time. Very likely you will see a recorded track and people dancing to that, like we have in GGM. But this year in GGM, we are already putting this challenge in front of us that we are going to go live. Because that's how GGM was meant to be. That's how she expects it to be. So, If you're interested in being here tonight, we'll make passes available, but please do not force yourself just because of something I said this morning. Come only if you are planning to come. Otherwise, at 1:45, your vacation starts, but your exams don't go away. They come closer. So something to think about. Every day you're enjoying your vacation, your exam is coming closer by that many days. And it's almost as if you didn't have external examinations, you guys wouldn't even study possibly. And your parents say the same thing. Sir, keep more tests, keep more exams. Because it's only when there is a test or an exam coming up that you hit the books. And possibly that's the only thing that you are scared of. You're not even scared of your mirror. Had enough for one day? And this will be available as a recording on YouTube in case you need a refresher during the vacation. Please stand up for the national anthem. Assembly, Savan. Vishram. Students, sit down, please. Thank you, teachers. And a thought came to my mind that today's morning assembly will be on YouTube and it's open for anybody to see. And we are possibly the only school who will keep that up there, even though I spoke to you in the way that I did today. That's called being transparent. Not being afraid to show something negative to the rest of the world. Most institutions will put up nice pictures on their website and all the good things about their institution. We are happy to show our negative face first because that's who we truly are. Now, what do we do about how you exited day before yesterday? So do we practice 10 times? Yes, we can get rid of the first period that way. And some of you are actually choosing where to sit based on where you think you will be able to get out first. Guys, that was sad more than anything else. Okay. When you practice something as simple as that, and if you can't be relied on, if you cannot be trusted to just do that much, and somehow it's the last day and people are yawning far more than I've ever seen them yawn before. Did you see something else this morning? Is that we finished at about midnight last night. But our music team was here. Our sound system people were here. Some of the ladies were here last night. They were here again this morning. And you find a clean courtyard waiting for you. Everybody could have made this excuse. We are going home at midnight. Is it okay if we don't have the morning assembly tomorrow? And it would be okay. But it's so much more fun when you can have it in those circumstances. And the sweetest pleasure is when something is most difficult to do. So you push yourself out of bed, take a hot shower, do whatever wakes you up, and you still make it. You take too many things for granted, okay? All right, so we're going to have the girls leave one group at a time. So this group leaves first. And you leave one line at a time because there is a very narrow passageway. And you conduct yourself as to how you will do that. Then that group will leave and this group simultaneously. Boys remain seated. You may begin. Ben Valeri met. All right, we're going to practice this because I don't want you to go home taking a bad experience in your mind. You want to make sure that you go home thinking, hey, I can get up from the morning assembly and I can exit and I can be proud of the way I do it. Right now, if you go, you're going to spend your entire vacation thinking, yeah, I failed, all right? So we have to give you a past experience. So what we are going to do is, this group, you're going to move from here, one line at a time, and you're going to go and sit in this block over there. Okay. There may be a mat for you, there may not be a mat. Just simply sit down in lines. Now, that group, you're going to go from there into that block. Adjacent block. And you will sit down in orderly rows over there as if you are coming for the morning prayer. But you will leave from there one line at a time. And this group, my favorite group, you're going to come here in the front and you're going to make lines, one long line, and probably you will fit in 5 lines. All right. Now, not a single word as you do this. Not a single word. I will be watching. Okay. Go. That was smart. You waited. Not a single word. The right place to go is right at the end, okay? Because the girls are not there, so just move down there so that everybody can fit in. Thank you. It's a bad idea to sit down first. It's a good idea to sit down at the end so that people after you find it more convenient, right? At the end, always go to the end. Think about people who are coming behind you. Thank you. Now that's what students in one of the world's best schools look like. That's the type of thing that they do. Whether there are any teachers present, whether I am present, whether there is a camera there, does not matter. They always do it in the same way. And remember what I said, you're watching to see what you do till the end of today. Because you will show your true colors today. Your true colors is going to be revealed by the end of the day based on how you behave today. Now, many of you during the vacation, you like to get a fancy haircut. It's okay to do so. For 2 weeks after we reopen, we will let your hair grow back. Okay? But don't do anything that takes more than 2 weeks. So the timeline for you to have a normal haircut is 2 weeks after school reopens. So by the 24th, you should be looking normal. But till then, you can look a little freaky, cool, chops, tomahawks, whatever type of haircut you want to have, and that your parents are going to permit you. So just a little bit of freedom. In school, you practice freedom. If that falls on you, you're going to get 95% in your board exams. So during the break, come and sit here. Okay. It's lucky, you know that, right? When charak falls on you, it's lucky. When you get bombed, it's lucky. Okay. Right, we're going to exit from here. Remember, before you go, and when you are at home today, sit down with a paper and pencil, or take notes on your phone, and just look at everybody in your class and say, okay, will I be happy with this person marrying my sister? Nah. Will I be happy with this person marrying my sister? Nah. And see whether you have anybody left at the end of the exercise. And it's not a joke. All right. Begin to exit from, so you guys going that way, you guys going that way, and that way, of course, and you guys going that way. Begin. Last line, you can go from there, and the previous line, you can go from here. Just go ahead. And just exit from wherever.